Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be part of the bilingual family, which is most of me attempting to speak English. So today I'm going to do a Barbie inspired makeup look. Barbie has been taking over the world, and rightfully so, and today I kind of just wanted to play with makeup, and I've seen a lot of Barbie related makeup looks and like makeup fashion stuff, but I was just very inspired by seeing all of those people dressing up and having a lot of fun with their makeup as well, just because it seemed so fun. So I was inspired by the fun of everything that I was seeing, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do Barbie look. I'm gonna do a Barbie look, but I have a bunch of pink themed makeup items, and I'm gonna do a really fun eyeshadow look today. So I have a couple of palettes as well. This one is the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. I thought it was absolutely fantastic for this kind of Barbie look. It has a lot of pinks and like purples and stuff like that, so I wanted to play with that palette. And then I also have my Beauty Bay X Nikkietutorials palette, this really cool hot pink shade which is called Blend and Snap, so I might play with that one as well. And then lastly, I have one of just my most used palette at the moment, to be honest, and that is my Singles palette. It just has a bunch of Glamshop shadows, and those are like my favorite of all time right now. They're so cool. I'm also already wearing foundation, which is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer, and I'm wearing quite a heavy moisturizer underneath just because my skin is like dry and flaky. Today the eyes, the lips and the blush are definitely the main focus, because those are the areas where I feel I can put pink in it. So I think what I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna start with a very light shade. So I'm gonna go into the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Blush, which is this really cool baby pink right here, and I'm just gonna put that all over the crease. I feel like the entire Barbie and Barbenheimer thing, like with Oppenheimer as well, is such a nice moment for cinema. I feel like it's really a moment of just a lot of fun, of people going to the cinema, watching these two films back to back, and it just being like a fun moment for them. I haven't seen Barbie or Oppenheimer yet. I'm kind of waiting on like my best friend so we can watch it together, just because I feel like it's like a nice all-around moment. But I have been able to avoid spoilers as much as I can. I have seen a lot of conservative outrage, which shouldn't surprise me, but still it sometimes does. I just feel like some people put so much energy towards being very negative about films that are about a fictional doll, and I don't always understand why they do that to themselves, but you know. Now I'm gonna take the shade Blend and Snap in the Beauty Bay palette, which is like that hot pink shade, and I'm just gonna put that slightly lower into the crease. I feel like Barbie, I'm not necessarily surprised by the success that it has as a film. I feel like no matter what, a Barbie movie would have done well, because a lot of people can really relate to Barbie, because or they have like an association with Barbie, because I feel like a lot of people have had some kind of doll growing up, whether it was from Barbie or not. You kind of know what a Barbie is, you know, but it's nice to see a lot of people come together. I'm gonna take the Beauty Bay palette again, and I'm gonna dip my brush into the shade Ruby, just to create a little bit of darkness right there. You see that? To create a little bit of darkness in that area, so we have like a really nice gradient. And I look at like my own story with Barbie, I feel like I have always had Barbies. I wasn't necessarily very affectionate or like protective of them. It was just something to play with and that I enjoyed having. I don't think it was my favorite stuff to play with, but I feel like it was just something that was very easy to play with, and that a lot of people had. I feel like I did appreciate some other stuff a little bit more. I was a real Playmobil kind of girl. I was very into Playmobil, and I know that's like the arch enemy, and like I'm such an amateur because I don't play with Lego, but listen, Playmobil was my shit. So that's the first part of the eyes. I think I really like it. I don't necessarily know how I feel about how I look today, but sometimes you just gotta get through that and don't care about it, you know. Going into my shimmers palette, which is basically like my palette from Glamshop, I think I'm gonna go with probably one of the most intense pinks in my collection. Has a blue shift as well. This is the Glamshop eyeshadow in the shade Virtual Pink, and I'm just gonna take that on my finger actually, and we're just gonna we're just gonna put that all over the eyeball. I am in fact accidentally flipping you off. It has a really beautiful like blue shift that I think fit this kind of pink so beautifully. Okay, so next up I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a smoky liner situation. So I'm gonna take that shade Ruby again, and we're just gonna create like a really nice wing. Then I'm gonna take this shade. This is the Glamshop Turbo Glow shade in the shade Turbo Mist, and it's like a white with a pink reflex. I think it's really cool. It also has a little bit of blue to it that almost makes it look a little bit like pinkish. I have to say, even though I'm not necessarily a big fan of like the color pink in general, I do enjoy pink when it comes to like makeup. I really like pink eyeshadow, I really like pink liner, I really like pink lashes. When it comes to clothes and like interior or anything else where you need like a pink color, I'm not the biggest fan of it, except when it comes to food, of course. So okay, so I'm gonna leave the eyes as is. I'm gonna apply some concealer, bronzer, my eyebrow, my mascara, and I'll be right back to finish off with the lips and the blush. Okay, so I did do my bronzer, I did do my mascara and my brows, but I also added some white lines to my eyeshadow look. So this is what it currently looks like, and I think it's really fun, it's really playful. I felt like the look was kind of missing something. So here we are. Now I have two white lines. The product that I used was the wet liner from Glisten Cosmetics in the shade Milk. I also had to put the lighting slightly different just because of the fact that it has gotten even more dark outside, so I probably have to hurry with this video. The next step is blush, and I have three blushes that I think would suit this look really nicely. So I have one of the Essence Baby Got Blush blushes, and this is the shade Tickle Me Pink. This is like a Barbie pink. So that is the shade Tickle Me Pink. And then I also have this Catrice Cheek Lift Face Stick, and this is in the shade Rockin' Rose. And I have used this I think once before. This one is slightly more neutral and a little bit more like on the peachy side. And then the other one that I have is also one from Essence, and this is one of their like limited edition ones. This is the Cutest Shell Blush Lighter in the shade Let Us Take a Shelfie. Also like a bit more peachy, but slightly different. But I do think I'm gonna go with the Essence one, the Cream Essence one. Just this is like a very Barbie pink in my eyes, and it can always go on top with the other Essence one. I do remember this being a quite sheer formula, so maybe it's not a bad thing if I draw it on. Yeah, even when I draw it on you can see it, but it's like not very intense. I think I'm gonna build it up with the other Essence blush, which is like the powder, because this one is surprisingly quite muted. Look at me saying that while I have this like huge thing on my face. So now that we have like a really nice muted blush going on, I'm just gonna intensify that a little bit with the blush lighter from Essence as well. Now I'm just gonna tap my brush into this because it doesn't need pigment to really show up, as you can see. What is like your relationship to Barbie? I feel like a lot of people have like a story with Barbie or like a favorite Barbie. I don't really remember what kind of Barbies I had, to be honest. And if you have seen the film, like what did you think about it? I don't want too much spoilers, but I kind of do want to know what people think about it, like regular people. For lipstick, I'm just gonna apply my Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Kind Words. This is my go-to lip liner lately. Where is it? Oh my god. It was literally in the cap. Okay, as I was saying, this is my favorite lip liner these days. I just love the way that it subtly gives something to the lips, but not too much. I'm trying to remember what kind of Barbies I had. I feel like I had one that was like kind of a mermaid, and then the other ones, I find it very difficult to remember. Okay, then I'm just gonna apply, this is a new lipstick from Eldridge. This is the shade Le Mépris, and I just kind of want a base of some kind of color on my lips before I go in with the glosses, which are a lot more like pinky. Now for the lip gloss, I have three options, and two of them are actually from Essence, and then I have this really beautiful color from Vive. So the ones that I have from Essence are the Essence Extreme Shy Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Magic Match. Now this is one that looks like nothing on the skin, but as you can see by the tube, it kind of changes color to this very intense pink. And this This one from Essence is also kind of like a color changing lip gloss. This is also from their limited edition Cutest Shell, and this is a pH reacting lip tint in the shade Ready Shell Glow, and this has like gold shimmer in it, and as you can see from the wand, it also becomes very pink. Although I love the look of those, I do think I'm gonna go with my Vive one because this screams Barbie to me. So this is the Lip Dew Glossy Lip Oil in the shade Cherub, and it has like a really cool and fluffy wand, as you can see, and I'm just gonna apply that. That gave it that little bit of touch of pink. I do want to add a little bit of these gold shimmers from the Essence pH reacting lip tint, so I'm just gonna apply ever so slightly a little bit of this as well, just in the center of the lips, so they look really nice, plump and juicy. The gold kind of finishes it. One last question that I have for you: if you have listened to like the Barbie soundtrack album, which song is like your favorite? So for me, I've been really surprisingly into What Was I Made from Billie Eilish. I wasn't expecting the song to be, I guess, on the, when you hear it, it's not like a Barbie. It doesn't scream Barbie, you know? But I'm guessing it has to do something with like the storyline. But on the other hand, I've also been a really huge fan of Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. It's just a vibe, you know? What about you? So guys, that completes today's makeup look. This is my Barbie inspired makeup look with a lot of fun things in it. It has shimmers, it has glitters, and most of all, it has a lot of pink to kind of celebrate this really huge moment of fun that we've had with like the Barbie film and the Barbenheimer kind of situation that we have right now. Yeah, this is the makeup look. This is what we came up with. I'm really happy with it. I think in the end, I felt a little bit like garbage in the beginning, but this is the fun thing about makeup. Like, it can really transform how you feel and not necessarily only how you look. Obviously, the Glamshop eyeshadow is something so special, and I also just really like the pink hues and like the purple, the pink blush, and just everything in general. That's it for me. Let me know if you want to see an Oppenheimer inspired makeup look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!